Yo, 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 what's up, squad gang? We're back, playing some Autopsy Simulator. Maybe finish it up. What are we at now? Chapter 2, Chapter 3, out of how many chapters? Do not know. Hopefully, oh shit. Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I just realized. So yeah, we're gonna be playing this. I don't, what do we, I'll remember when we get there. Some ghostly things are happening.
Who the fuck did this?
Ah, yes, our
Anything
house.
valuable. Money. Oh god. Oh god. What am I supposed to do now? Great. That's all I need. Fuck! What if it was Red Pete? Where? I need my pills. I can't get my thoughts together. Christ. Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling Steven.
Okay, so we're tweaking. Robbery, house got fucking trashed. May not even be a robbery. They just fucking trashed the place. Steven?
Steven?
Now, Jack, I told you I'm going for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone see anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, no one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
All right. Do you want me to head around? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night. I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start? I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Maybe I could barricade the door with this. Alice's family should really have some of these. There you go. To be honest, I could leave it like this. I'm glad this didn't break.
The fuck? That's weird.
That's enough for now. I'll get the rest in the morning. That's enough. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready.
Get up, broski. Jesus.
I'm gonna be late for work again. Got my keys, got my files. Check. Oh yeah, I should take my pills. I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. Time to go.
Everything is closed.
Remember to close the door properly, Jack. I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious.
What was that?
I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
Okay.
Maybe a bit optimistic. I'd better grab a coffee on the way. I'm exhausted. I wonder who Stephen brought in today. Good morning, Mr. Ridley. No, he's not here yet? No, I'll do without him. I hope he... Oh, come on. He was too lazy to even wheel the gurney to the autopsy room.
What? Oh, bruh.
Almost there. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved. Where's Ridley when you need him? Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work. I'm going to need my tape recorder for this. Stephen didn't clean up after himself. Again. They definitely pay me too little for this. Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine. I guess it was in another life. It won't be needed for the next few months.
No camera today?
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m., led by Dr. Jack Hanman. I begin by verifying the identity of the Jane Doe. It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35, found in a well-owned house by her neighbors Leonard and Dorothy Chelsea, reported missing for a week. Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted strange, and at one point had begun to smell and turn a dark color. It is also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective bipolar disorder. Harper was placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was under the care of her common-law partner, Richard Benson, professional truck driver. The last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner. Harper's last message read as follows: "I'm gonna take a shit in their stupid well. Then we'll see who has the last laugh." Nice one. Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around. I proceed to open the bag. The most important task in forensic identification of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water. Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as not to damage the deceased with one shoe is missing. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks. Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale. Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body, that is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased. There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater.
Is he missing an eyeball?
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time. It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out. There are some obvious scratches on the skin. The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove. So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this. Today's date, the deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay, you can be sure it has subsided. Where to start? The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism. We see thick, white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a characteristic in deaths due to drowning. There are obvious scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands. These could be defensive wounds, evidence of some sort of altercation prior to death. obvious signs of struggle, the skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails. Yep, pretty typical. Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins.
I have a bad feeling with this one in general. This is probably the worst one we've seen.
Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the time, her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate it. I'd better note that down in the records. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this liver mortis. Diffuse spots are caused by blood rotting in the veins. Considering the deceased's penchant for drinking alcohol, it could have been a mere accident. Hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water, typical washerwoman's skin. Those abrasions appear relatively fresh. No healing or scarring is visible. Marks found on the neck and foaming at the mouth are typical signs of drowning people. Their distribution suggests that the victim was probably lying on her back when fished out of the water. Liver mortis of a different color could indicate poisoning with carbon monoxide, cyanides, or nitrates. However, this is not the case here. A simple trip, loss of balance, and as a result, you end up in a deep hole with no way out. Fortunately, the skin on the hands didn't fall off. Otherwise, I'd have trouble identifying the deceased. Maybe it's just abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well. In this case, the question is, was drowning an accident or of suicidal intent? That's all for now. Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct. The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. If the body of the deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is the fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible. With decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads of the fingers tends to shrink. To remove these shrinkages, a mixture of glycerin or air is used. I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in the police database, I will find her. Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
This is kind of crazy.
I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink. I think it's enough. I'm getting fingerprint samples. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system. Green button, and... once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against the police database on the computer. Great. The data is there. Click upload. Now, eyes and find a matching print, expect possible hours of fun. One more. Analyze button. And we have a result. Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records.
Gross behavior under the influence of alcohol, find. Nuisance and vandalism. Gross behavior, nuisance and vandalism. Nuisance. Aggressive behavior under the influence of alcohol, low level shoplifting, disorderly conduct, low shoplifting, petty theft and disorderly conduct, participation in fight under the influence of drugs. Okay.
Right. Now I can go back to my inspection.
Cool.
I'm adding the name of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick. If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life. And then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water like a well, got into the body. In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples taken from the well where... Now I need to adjust the knobs properly and place the diatom in the... The aperture still needs adjustment. The image... I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this... Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. I'm finally starting... I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a... And perfect. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus. And perfect. Nah, too much light. I won't be able to see the diatom's transparent walls. I'm finally starting to see something here. The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. I'm finally starting to see something. I won't even notice an army of diatoms. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see it. As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, Epitheca, which overlaps the lower, Hypotheca, is clearly visible. The presence of diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious. Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis. I can finally get to the practical part. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here. can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested. I proceed to remove the rib cage. It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to their examination. Taking the lungs in my hand, I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema. In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning. Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology: a bucket and water.
Okay. What the fuck is that?
Who? Has anyone been here? I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this. Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide. The water should be at room temperature. That's enough. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here. Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck? Okay. I fucking knew it.
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gases released during decomposition could also give a false result. In this case, however, it's about something else, namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface. Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily. Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed.
I was not commenting a lot on this shit.
I move on
I'd
to
be
dissecting
tweaking.
the lungs of the deceased.
Okay.
You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface. All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from the... The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something. It's perfect.
Oh,
Ah, as expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them.
Max, what are you doing?
I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection. Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis of the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease.
Without signs of disease, strongly developed. Resulted from drowning. Okay.
I move on to the next organ. This time, it's the liver. It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself. Like most organs, her liver is enlarged and severely congested. The beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas. I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect.
Liver dissection.
The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing. It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of putrid gases. I transfer it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents.
Oh god, this is gonna be gross.
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this task smells. Okay, the stomach is full of fluid and unidentified organic matter, which is probably leftover food. So let's check the diatoms. Again, but in a centrifuge for a change. The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed to the death. Cramp, heart attack, drugs, homicide, or some accident. Such an analysis requires viewing from different angles and a careful interpretation of the collected data, including those from the field. That's why it's so important to collect as many samples as possible. Unfortunately. Okay, this is one last little sample. Now set.
There's a fucking change. 35 minutes, 25%. Okay.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police. I'm certain the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well. Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine. Okay, now it's the chromatograph's turn. Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police. Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case.
I think I missed something, low-key. So I didn't get scared.
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah. There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency of the deceased. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection. I dissect the trachea and open the organ. Inside,
A
I
ring?
find a wedding ring. This is interesting. Let me look at it. Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring. Quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck?
Oh.
This is my ring. Alice's ring. But how did it, but they should be at home. I have it. At home. It's, I have to check this out. Where are my meds?
Okay, bro.
Where the fuck are my meds?
Okay. Open the door.
Must have been nothing. Jesus Christ! Hope these all make it go away. I have to check the apartment. It can't be.
Did I not look for the ring? I didn't think I needed to.
Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning? Anybody suspicious?
No, there was no one. Dorothy was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay. Thanks.
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise. Jesus Christ! I have to check this out.
The fuck is going on?
This.
Fuck, did I not look for the ring?
Please be there. It can't be her wedding ring. It's not here. It's not. I need to go. I need to go.
Take your pills first, my man. Pills, take them. What the fuck? Steven? Bro, I'm low-key about to check the screen. I keep feeling like I fucked it up. Take your pills first, my man.
Pick up the fucking phone.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What? What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know that. I don't know. I was jittering. Maybe I didn't notice.
Fuck. I'm pretty sure they did.
That's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I found it in the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know.
What? What? Brother.
He wants revenge. He's playing with me. Huh? I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. This is going to happen. I didn't make it up.
Jack, listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment. I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? Fucking Ridley lets in whoever he likes as usual. What are you saying? Steve? Steven? Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck. Oh, God, what now? Okay, I need a drink. Jesus. What's going on?
Nice pouring.
Just one sip more. Yep. Jesus. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Bro, lightweight ass motherfucker. What?
These reports will kill me one day. It's time to go to work. Fuck. Yes?
Hi, this is Charlotte. I guess I interrupted you again?
Oh, hi. No, I just... I wrote reports in those last sections, and I was just about to leave for work.
Always know when to call.
Yeah, definitely. What's up? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Okay, nothing new. I had a few days off.
Oh, that's nice. Then... Did you have a moment to look for something for me?
Something for you?
Well, a photo with, the photo I asked you for?
It hasn't come yet? Well, sorry, but I said it a week ago.
No, not yet. Maybe I'm too impatient. I'm sorry for rushing you. You have so much on your mind. I thought maybe you forgot.
It's okay. No worries. With my pills, Pills. I almost forgot to take my pills. So you see,
Yeah.
I have to...
Hang up, bro. What the fuck is this?
Sure.
Let me know if you still haven't received the letter. Then I'll try... Well, maybe I'll find something else.
Oh, really? Could you? It would be great if you could. Really?
Yes. I know it means a lot to you.
Well, I won't hold you any longer. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Damn. Did I mess up the address? How am I gonna get those pills? Maybe I should invite Charlotte to do something herself. I should take out the trash first. Ugh. Why is it so wet?
What the fuck?
I shouldn't be this tired.
Bye. What the fuck was that?
I wonder if Alice's mother has a film of this photo somewhere. I actually hadn't thought about it before. I should call her on Friday. Oh, God. Why do I like sleeping so much? Huh?
It's just me, Jack.
What?
Good afternoon.
Isn't it a bit early for you?
I missed our invigorating conversations. Has Stephen brought the body?
Yeah, the trolley's in the hall. Maybe wheeling it to the dissection room will be invigorating enough for you.
Huh. I've missed how friendly and helpful you are.
Peter Red Pete Pocket.
I think I'll get straight to work on this one. Focusing on something will do me some good. Christ, this one's heavy. Hey, Mr. Ridley, I need help. I can't lift this bag myself. Ridley! Ugh, wasn't easy, but at least I can start. A new package must have arrived. I guess Dorothy ordered it. I think I'll skip recording a video for the students today. They don't need to see me and the body. Ugh. And they'll still have November 27th, 1991, 5:14 p.m. Conducted by Dr. Jack Hanman.
What do we got today?
James Evans Jr., also known as Jesse. Age about 30, weight 130 kilograms, height 180 centimeters. Evans had previously been convicted of possession of stolen goods, robberies, and drug trafficking. There were also attempts to accuse him of leading a criminal group responsible for burglaries in the New Orleans area. What? Burglaries in the New Orleans area? This is... it's a rather strange coincidence.
Okay.
Police photos show that the body was not even particularly hidden, but only covered with a thin layer of soil, branches, and leaves. The body was found naked and mutilated. Clothes, probably belonging to the deceased, were found lying nearby. The body was found inadvertently in the woods near Peetsville. The dogs picked up the scent while searching for a missing boy. The deceased's father, James Evans Sr., is a local businessman. He was the one who reported the disappearance. At the time of the report, his son hadn't been home for 3 days. Sounds disturbing. I wonder what condition the body is in then. I'll start by opening the bag.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
This level of mutilation.
Christ.
This is going to be a dirty job. I'll check through the bag the police left. Maybe there will be something worth noting about the victim's clothes. Leather belts. Plain cotton t-shirt.
Jeans.
Classic jeans. Well, dirty and torn. Certainly not my style. Is this?
What? Why you say that?
Interesting. Most of the blood is visible around the neckline. However, after decapitation, mainly traces of soil, it's a bit like the perpetrators pulled something stuck here. It looks like some kind of ecdysis? Scale? This could point to an animal being responsible. The bloodstains don't appear to be related to any injuries on the body. The deceased must have been unclothed before he was injured. Traces of dirt mixed with blood and rubbed leaf litter. Evans must have been crawling, or was dragged along the ground. And here, another animal souvenir. It looks different than the previous one. The only thing I can tell from the clothes is that before his death, Evans had either put up quite a fight, or the attackers simply dragged him along the ground for a long distance. In turn, and this is certainly strange, the injuries themselves were inflicted only when he was naked. A lighter, engraved with the police insignia. It looks somehow... it's probably a coincidence. Okay, I'll take a look at the scales. They seem too different. Dorothy once brought an animal encyclopedia here. She performed an autopsy on an exotic animal smuggler. The guy suffered an accident while transporting illegal animals. Not only were the police needed on site, but it took nearly a day to round up his cargo. Dorothy had a hard time with that case. Did the impact kill him? Or did one of the animals he was transporting do him in? They even talked about it on the news. People were terrified that some reptile would just come out of their can and grab him. Okay, the book.
There's a fucking head sticking out there. What the fuck was that?
Alright. Which page was it? Local wildlife. I bet I'll find something here. I'll first have to check the body for marks, and then come back to it. Not this area, but who knows? Nile crocodile. Formerly worshipped as a god in ancient Egypt, and today just by kids at the zoo. What kind is this? Saltwater. Oh, yes. This turtle turned out to be a killer. He ripped off the guy's wrist and tore him in a few other places. Aggressive beast. Nope. It's a completely different color and structure. That's strange. I only need to concentrate on the crocodile chapter. An interesting pattern. Very diverse. But that's not the one. How it... doesn't seem to be fake. Nah. This one here looks more like a handbag. Very similar, but the color is slightly... Well, this scale makes more sense than the previous one. How did it end up here? So, either someone donned in crocodile products was around the deceased, or one of them attacked him. I'll examine the body and take photos. If an animal attacked him, there'll be traces. Ugh, Christ. Why am I so tired? Some coffee would be nice. What was I supposed to... the pictures. I'll have to show them to Dorothy. Too bad that we no longer keep our ranking. With something like that, I would come out on top. There's been a case like this for a long, long time.
Make some fucking shitty copy, huh? Fucking, we got shitty copy at work. And the issue is that the head seems a tad bit, I guess it's not like clean cut, so never mind.
Alright, the deceased skin is smooth and taut. This suggests an advanced stage of decomposition of the corpse. This wound appears to have been made by a sharp instrument. Nasty. It's unlikely that a human would make such a wound. Such a wound could not have occurred during the victim's lifetime.
No.
There are also clear traces of the deceased ankles being bound in some way. Evans couldn't have tied himself up like that. It looks like some sort of attack or kidnapping. Oh, and as expected, there's a bite. Interesting. This needs to be investigated further. No head. That's not hard to miss.
Yeah. All the
I need to gather my
pictures.
thoughts together. It seems that this, like torn meat, I wonder whether the decapitation took place before or after death. To check. The work of animals can be seen here. The question is which ones. I have some suspicions about these marks. This looks very promising. The bite is clearly visible. It should be easy to compare it with the encyclopedia and identify the culprit. I hope I put it in right. I can never remember whether it was image up or image down. At university, I didn't have facilities like a fax. Ah, fantastic. Practically a one-to-one.
Pause. Okay, we are back. Squad gang.
Some tracing paper, a pencil, and I can check these in the encyclopedia. Now, did I leave them in a drawer? Or maybe a box somewhere? Ugh. I don't remember if I left them out somewhere. Oh, looks like I can tidy up after myself. Sometimes. A very, nature-driven case so far. I'll have to consult the encyclopedia again. Good thing Dorothy left it here. Otherwise, I would have had to run back to my place to get some. It makes sense. This would also explain the mold found in the clothes. It turns out that some of the wounds can be safely blamed on local alligators. However, we cannot blame them for the decapitation. It's not these animals we should be afraid of here. I should make some notes and start the autopsy. Ugh.
I can't fucking. No wonder. Maybe don't drink a fuck ton before sleeping, brother. Okay. No. Let's get to the magnifier.
Look for other traces using a magnifying glass. It doesn't look good. Evans wasn't decapitated with one cut.
That's what makes you think it could have been an
Several
alligator.
stab wounds
My guess so
and
far is he was tied up
thumbs.
by someone and thrown into like an alligator fucking pit or something. A place that has alligators.
It looks like the killer might have missed before they finally hit the neck. Mississippi alligator. It's strange that an alligator would leave such a clear and smooth mark.
I guess.
The imprints are quite deep and even. From the looks of it, I'd say Evans was restrained with his own belt. The result of an animal tearing at its body.
Oh, his wiener was ripped off. I
Soft tissues.
didn't realize that.
Genitals. There are even some teeth marks, but well, it doesn't look like an alligator. The bite is firmly incorporated into the wound. A photo alone won't help me here. I need to make a cast and compare it. Looks like an uneven bite. It's worth taking a closer look at this. Maybe there will be some remaining teeth marks. Evan's right side must have been more attractive to the crocs and insects. Very strong binding marks. You can see peeled epidermis and small wounds. There's no end to playing zoologist today. I need a tool with dental impression cement. Can I find it here? No. It's probably lying somewhere around in the lab. I hope the cement hasn't expired. A month after the due date. That could be worse. Now I need to cover the bite area. Wait until it hardens.
Oh, what the fuck?
I think it's ready.
I don't think it is, brother. This don't look ready.
The cast looks quite contaminated from the other wounds in that area.
It looks like human? There's molars and shit.
Well, let's hope the imprint turns out better. Brush, ink, and paper.
Yep.
Similar to taking fingerprints.
Oh.
Paint over the area. And put a piece of paper on it. That's very strange. I'll run it through the facts and check it on the computer.
What the fuck is going on here?
What I'm seeing.
Me either, my man. This is pretty bad so far. Who took a big old chomp of this man's wiener?
Loading. What? Wow. This is, well, this is quite unexpected. Human teeth. Oh, fuck. I need to tell this to Stephen. Loading. It'll probably take a while. Loading. It'll probably take a while. Maybe not everything is cataloged correctly. Loading. It'll probably take a while. Finally. What? The partial impression I have may match several people.
What?
Okay, this one is in prison, so he's out. Another in prison. Oh, here's someone with quite interesting
there we go.
tendencies. Oh, he's dead. It doesn't fit. This one doesn't either. I'm afraid this will remain a mystery. The killer's profile is getting more and more interesting. I'm going back to the body. I need to make a note before I start the dissection. You can see that the tool used was sharp and smooth. So, what if it was in the hands of an unskilled person? Torn tissue, lacerations, bite wounds. They look quite shallow. Someone must have inflicted these with some sort of primitive tool. Maybe something chased that alligator away before it bit down properly? This wound turned out to be more troublesome than I thought it would be. For the abdominal and genital area are supplied with plenty of blood. If the penis was bitten off while he was alive, Evans could have bled to death. Man. I was hoping for an easier case. Time for internal analysis. First of all, I'll try to determine whether death occurred before with the scalpel, I'll open the deceased's chest. I cut deep, in a straight line, avoiding the navel.
Oh.
We see a lot of fat tissue under the skin.
Oh, that
When
is
I remove the
weird
ribs,
looking.
I expect to see even more fat on the organs. Correct. High levels of internal fat.
With the
Organ
heart.
size above average due to obesity. I move on to the lung analysis. The deceased smoked cigarettes, but more important. And this is the culprit. Well, it didn't look like the holes were that deep. Such hemorrhage could have been caused by open pneumothorax should be added to this. The deceased could have experienced extreme hypoxia, and, as a result, obstructive shock. I wonder what the heart looks like then. The organ is enlarged with very clear, light yellow traces of steatosis on the surface. No signs of heart attack. But similarly to the lungs, there is a trace of puncture with a sharp object. In pneumothorax, the heart rate increases. In the event of such a wound, this would mean bleeding out faster and more. In turn, a sudden increase in the amount of fluid in the pericardial cavity could lead to cardiac tamponade, which is also a life-threatening condition. Evans, however, is remarkably clean, considering this turn of events. This all looks quite disturbing. I wonder if I'll find anything on the liver. The organ is fatty and enlarged. The beginnings of cirrhosis are obvious. Well, that's it. This time, nothing to write home about. So, I proceed to carefully remove the stomach. Like most other organs, it is fatty and clearly enlarged, not to mention swollen, partially due to gases, but mainly due to the deceased's lifestyle. I take the organ to the cutting board. If the outside is intact, I'm going to check the contents.
Here we go. Get that stomach open.
It sounds like there's an unusually large amount of undigested, and now rotten stomach contents inside. Blood. Evans had to swallow it due to his injuries, which means he was still alive when he was brutally wounded in the chest.
Okay, that's pretty awful.
Only the trachea left to be examined. Surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open.
Don't know more.
Okay. I carefully cut, and... blood.
Okay.
Just as I expected. Evans not only swallowed it, but also choked on it. Looks like I can wrap this up. Let me tie this together. After he was abducted, stripped, and tied up, he was dealt several penetrating blows to the chest. Then his head was cut off. Evans was deprived of his genitals, and the body served as an easy meal for the animals. there are a lot of injuries on the body that could cause death. It was the decapitation that ended Evan's life. The animal bites in the limbs occurred after death, so there's no reason to treat these as the cause of death. The damage to the lungs and heart must have led to severe hemorrhaging, so there's no doubt that Evans was choking in bloody convulsions. But it didn't last too long, which I conclude from the small amount of blood in the stomach and trachea. I never thought I'd ever wish someone to have a heart attack, but in this case, it would have been better for him. In some way, it can be said with certainty that James Evans was murdered.
I think this part is such a like a neat little like.
Oh well, I need to stitch this poor guy back up. It's really bothering me. Something's not right here. Because even now, the organs are relatively clean. The skin around wounds also, it's like, someone pumped it out? Christ. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Well, then do something. Are you confident or not?
I'll leave these questions for the police to solve. And now, I get to head home. It's a fucked up thing. I'll hold off taking long walks in the forest for the near future. I have a feeling that it won't end with just one body. Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times.
A day with no pills. How about that, huh?
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The body's ready to be picked up.
Sure. Good night.
I think it's the first time in a long time that I finished work at a decent hour. I'll get home and... What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh, come on. Fuck! When did I get a flat tire?
Wrong.
What the fuck? Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's. Maybe he saw something.
Ridley, you useless motherfucker. What happened out here, man? Don't fuck around with flat tires. That shit is ass. Mr. Ridley.
Ridley, you know what happened to my car?
Oh, what happened to your car?
All the tires are fucking flat.
Well, it happens. Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
Spare ones in the trunk. No one carries 4 fucking extra tires in the trunk.
Jesus, Handman, calm down. I'll call you a taxi.
Calm down? That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
Funny. I don't find all these jokes amusing, you know.
What jokes? Handman, what's wrong with you? It's just tires.
Such things are not a coincidence. What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait for the taxi, okay? Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I will do anything about it now.
Neither you nor I will do anything? What have you been doing all day? Surely something like this can't just be overlooked.
Maybe you should go outside and cool down. I'm calling a taxi.
Cool down.
Fuck you.
I just want to sleep.
How the fuck am I gonna get to work?
It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get reimbursed for the cab. Huh?
What the fuck? Why am I here? What is going on?
Damn. It's already late in the evening. Good evening. Any news for me? About my car? You know, the flat tires?
No.
No, what? Have you checked the cameras? Anything?
Handman, I cut my teeth working in prison. I know what to do.
What?
There were no strangers hanging around. Maybe you ran over something.
What? All the tires?
Why, possibly. You can congratulate yourself.
Christ.
You should try sleeping more. You've been kind of out of it lately.
That's the first bit of sense you've made all evening.
Good. The body is expected to be ready for pickup tonight, along with your lecture.
What? What did no one...
You still pontificating? Best hurry, don't you think?
Ah, fuck me. I don't have the strength for this today. Have I taken my pills today? Did I take it? Or... one more won't hurt. I need to focus. Fuck. I don't have much time. Okay. One by one, Jack. Take it easy. Oh, a burning issue indeed. Then I'll move on to the body. Ah, shit. The lecture. I almost forgot. I'm gonna need the camcorder.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, that's so...
This is making me nervous.
Motherfucker, turn to the fucking...
Oh well. This is not the best framing. Hello, everyone. It's the 20... something of November 1991. Jack Hanlon is conducting the autopsy. Oh, I appear to be missing my gloves and apron.
Be right back, students. I have bigger things to take care of right now. That is the window that... who's it? Steven keeps leaving open every fucking day. Close that fucking window. Yeah. None of that. Okay. Close the door. Nothing. Put the ordinary in here. Okay. Okay. Let's put on our apron. Get to work on Mr. Crispy over there.
Yes. You already know the drill. So,
Yeah.
the body is on the slab. Let's see what the police uncovered first.
Yep, let's take a look, see. How about we get our fucking camera? Some donuts. Or you should eat some.
So, the victim is from yesterday's apartment block fire on Grounder Street. Personal details unknown. The exact cause of the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is known that the fire started in the deceased's apartment, where the most damage was reported.
We don't know who this person is, but we know where it's the deceased apartment. How about we connect that? You not get records from there?
Until the next morning. The tenant was naked, charred, and with severe burns.
Just a rope around his neck.
The apartment asked about the deceased. He was surprised anyone even lived there.
I see. Okay.
The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the TV. Pieces of pornographic material, an ashtray, melted video cassettes, and several bottles of so-called poppers were found in the vicinity.
Poppers?
It's difficult to assess whether any escape attempts were made. Firefighters indicated that it was probably the a large quantity of poppers found near the deceased, and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire, or whether he was dead before it. As you can
Based on
see,
his mouth.
the body is in quite an unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now.
Crispy, I want no funny business, okay? I swear to God.
This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature on the muscles.
Interesting. Did not know that.
The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles are exposed. Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking. The extensors yield to the force of the flexors.
No comments on the rope?
The muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and deformed. The upper ones are characterized by a triple bend, similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him. Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract, like a steak on the grill.
Okay.
In the end, we're all just walking meat. The deceased must now be straightened out, and we need to get rid of these bindings. He looks to have been tied up in a rather unusual way. The deceased's neck and feet were most likely secured to his hands, and these were probably tied in front and around the crotch level. Which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked. As for the other details, there are crow's feet visible near the eyes. Upper lip reveals front teeth. One of the incisors is broken. There's soot in the nostrils. The rope around the neck wasn't very tight. I don't see it leaving a mark on the skin. You can clearly see that this is primarily the front of the deceased that was exposed to fire. The victim sat in the chair the whole time, hence his back being in much better condition than this extremely burned area. The rope marks around the wrists are deep and clearly visible. Looks as if a large flap of skin had detached from the calf. The rope at the man's ankles was tied much tighter and more precisely than the one around his wrists. All in all, quite a lot can be deduced from this external examination. Traces severe predominance of fourth. The length of the rope was calculated. He appears to be loosely tied. However, the burns reach through the dermis and hypodermis to reach the muscles. The body is covered in numerous areas. Soot in the tissue of the mouth. The eye clenching is a natural reaction of the body to high temperatures. The conclusions are quite clear. The extent burn that makes wounds on this perhaps we need to. It may seem incidental, but for us it's a sign that the deceased was due to the amount of charring. We are unable to collect the victim's fingerprints. Visual identification is also out of the question. You can probably guess what options we are left with. You guessed it, a dental impression. For this, I need impression trays and alkanate material. Please excuse me for a moment. What I need should be somewhere in the lab. Okay, it's going well. I should be able to get this done in time. Where are these trays? Towels, papers, jars? Nope, it's not anywhere on the counter. Maybe in this drawer. I'll warm this up in my hands. Okay, making an impression is quite simple. You put trays with alkanate into the mouth and press them together in one firm. Once the devices have been placed. Okay, again, we will need a piece of paper, a brush, and ink. We will make a plaster model of the deceased's teeth from the obtained impression. We will then make an impression of the mold on a piece of paper, which will be scanned into the computer. You see, it seems so simple, and yet laborious. On the plus side, we don't have to worry about the gag reflex with the deceased. And no need to remind the subject to breathe either. At least he saved the high cost of orthodontic treatment. Wow. Who would have expected a match so soon? Well, the deceased is
Okay.
Richard Jacobson, 47 years old. He had a criminal record and was recently in court for... Oh, wow. For not returning a videotape to the rental shop. Oh, Jesus. I better check if I've still got that copy of... where were we? Okay. I'll add some details to the clipboard. Okay, and we can move on to dissecting the body. This time, I'll go straight for the loppers.
Oh god.
Let me start here. I push hard several times. Until I cut a given section. You can see that using a scalpel would be pointless here. Solid crunch. Almost there. Now we peel back the skin. Now to remove the ribs. And we can check out what's going on in here.
This...
See that a lot has happened.
What
In
the
fact,
fuck?
The entire abdominal cavity is flooded. Blood and other fluids have seeped from the blood vessels, flooding the abdomen and chest areas. We have to get rid of this. I'll go get a cup or a ladle.
Oh my lord. Okay, that's bad.
I think I saw one somewhere here. Aha. I don't have all night. I'm going to need a vacuum pump. Right. The running around for everything starts again. Why can't things be tidied away properly in this damn mortuary? I'm gonna get Ridley. I wonder what this pump is. Mr. Ridley? Mr. Ridley? I'll just go to the basement and check.
Probably take some fucking pills before we go to the basement. You know, that ended last time. You had a freaking freak out. Who was that?
Jeez. I don't know what this is for. Rusty scrap. God! Where is this infernal machine? Wow, that's heavy. Can I fit through the door with this? I swear I'm going to have an accident here one day. Like Alice, when she twisted her ankle on those stairs. We were supposed to go to the mountains then. It was supposed to be our first trip since... and Alice.
Handman.
Because of me. As always, she had to...
Handman, are you talking to yourself or what?
Huh? What? No, I just...
There is a letter for you. I left it on your desk.
Letter? For me?
Yes, letter for you. Do I have to repeat myself again?
No. Thank you. Where were you? I was looking for you earlier.
Hand, I was retrieving your letter.
Jesus, Ridley. Could you talk to me like a human being from time to time?
I'm just answering the question.
Right. Oh, by the way, the basement hatch is wide open. Maybe you could look into it?
Maybe.
A letter. Fuck! Who delivers letters at this time? It's probably been sat in his office for ages. Just didn't want to move his lazy ass.
Three 649.
We have the equipment. Now I have to place it somewhere close to the table. Phew. I can finally put this thing down. Alright, just... What? There's no tube? No one's used this for a long time. I apologize to you all once again. Aha. 3649. Okay. 3649. 3649. 3749. 3794? These lockers could contain everything we need, or simply filled. Screw it. There might be something in here. Yep. I'm sure I wrote the code down on a piece of paper. And my memory for numbers. What do we have here? Boxes of disinfectants, syringes, thread. Oh, some small trinkets, accessories. Maybe I should take it to the office. Antiseptics. Any other stuff? Oh, that's interesting. What about here? I wanted to forget. Alice. I regret so much. Every day. Every fucking day. I can't.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I can't take it anymore. Oh, God. Please. I can't. How do I... Phone. Oh. Do not think. Just don't think. medical examiner. Peatsville.
Oh, Jack. I was hoping to catch you at work.
Hi, Dorothy. How's it going?
Good, thanks. And what about you? You sound tired.
Tiring day at work. That's it.
You scared me last time we spoke.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to cause any trouble. And say what I said.
Jack, it's alright. You're not causing any trouble. I'm not surprised at all that.
No, really. I mean it. Sorry. I just... I'm fed up with myself.
You should take care of yourself. Didn't you say you wanted to stay at home longer? To rest? You know I pick up the slack at work.
No, I didn't. I can't. I don't want to be there.
Well, why not consider taking a trip, Jack?
Dorothy, please. I really don't have the energy for this today.
I just wish.
Stop it. Why are you calling?
Reminder about annual drug testing. I figured you probably didn't remember.
Oh, yes. I've, had a lot going on. I, even forgot my own birthday.
Leave your samples at reception on your way home. Someone will pick them up from Ridley in the morning. Probably Steven or someone else at the station.
Sure. I'll try not to forget. Okay, well,
Jack? Try not to do anything stupid, okay? Alcohol, your medication. You know you shouldn't.
I have it all under control. I should be getting back to work.
Well, that's good to know.
Should be in tomorrow. I'll call you when we know.
Right. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye. Annual drug testing. I'll take care of it before I go home. I feel terribly weak. Wake up, Jack. Jesus. I need my pill. There's been a bit too much going on lately. I was supposed to collect the hose. I've already taken my pills. Not looking to overdose. Focus on your work, Jack. All right. Here I am. I hope that was the last long break in this session. So, let's connect the tube. We turn on the machine. With this amount of fluid, there's no point in holding back. Still a few nooks and crannies left. External examinations did not reveal any tissue defects that would reach the internal organs. So, I expect the organs to be intact. In a way, it's quite extraordinary. Even with such severe... The organs are all
That's so
present,
fucking
correct. A reddish-pink tint indicates high carboxyhemoglobin levels, the level of which I will determine from a sample of blood. I will be inserting needles into the heart and femoral... What interests me here is not the presence of this substance itself, but rather its percentage content. But first, I'll need the values for the centrifuge.
Oh my god.
Ugh. I feel like I've been here forever. Jack, focus. Just a little bit longer. Corpses recovered from the site of fire may have very different and complex histories. Burning is only at the surface. Underneath, it may be a heart attack, stroke, or pulmonary embolism. This particular case appears quite basic.
$85.10. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking stupid.
However, I would warn against making a diagnosis too hastily. A fire victim does not always mean death due to smoke inhalation. The centrifuge has completed its cycle. So, as usual, I will take the samples to the laboratory, and I'll be back with the results shortly. Ugh. What exactly was I supposed to test for? COHB. I'll take 2 milliliters of each sample. Ugh.
All right.
Well, confirmed. Death due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Carboxyhemoglobin levels at 84%. All right, I'll note this down and perform a check of the organs.
Oh, fuck.
What? Where? Mr. Ridley?
What the fuck was that?
Where did he take that fucking body? shit is happening here? Why did you take the body?
What body?
Well, the body. You know, from the autopsy room?
Christ, Hammond. I didn't take any of your bodies.
So who took it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't.
Get back to work. It's late.
Oh, but. Both the doors are open. What the fuck is going on here? How does this light work now? What?
Maybe I think I'm just tired.
Oh.
How come I think there's... I must have been seeing things. Results. Well, then we can... from the results... we can now be sure that the carboxyhemoglobin concentration was fatal. I think I should inspect the heart. The organ has a reddish pink tint, which results from the concentration of COHB and general congestion of the organ. Other than that, I can cross this off my list now. We will look at the lungs more carefully. From the outside, just like the heart, it is congested, and the color indicates poisoning. Thermal damage is visible here and there. Enough of the external exam. It's time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs.
That was weird.
I need to check for any obstruction, burns, or clots. Jesus. All right. You can see changes in the lung parenchyma caused by burns and smoke inhalation. Nothing new here. So let's complete the notes. And let's check the trachea. The color is the same as the rest of the organs. Significant congestion. Let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, the final cut.
Blink. This all done so.
There are visible
yeah.
burns inside, but what catches the eye the most is the amount of soot. Looks like our subject was in the thick of the fire. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. I considered the direct cause of death to be severe carbon monoxide poisoning, leading to extreme hypoxia of the body. The extreme burns on the deceased's body and respiratory tract indicate that he must have been surrounded by fire. During the examination, no other factors were found that could have contributed to the victim's death. Environmental data does not indicate any third-party involvement. Just need to add my John Hancock and sew up the body. I'll close the body, trying not to damage what's left of the skin. As for stitching, well, it varies. It can be that the fire victims are in such a... So for this job, a thicker needle and heavy-duty thread. Well, everything's holding together. Well, after storing the body, there's nothing left for me to do. But thank you for your attention. All the best, and good night. Oh, my God. What an exhausting day. I need to get these gloves off and call a taxi. I swear I'm about to pass out from exhaustion. Oh, fuck. Urine sample. Oh, no. Okay, quick. I think I have a container in the lab or office. Okay, this is it. I'm dehydrated. I should drink more water.
I feel like I should have done something else there.
What's going on here?
I Loki did not see it again, god damn it.
Hurricane taxi, we will take you wherever the wind takes you.
Hello. I would like to order a taxi to 574 Presley Street.
Okay, hun. All of our drivers are busy at the moment. Best I can do is within the next hour.
An hour? Oh, no. Alright. Let it be.
Can I take your name?
Jack Hanman.
Okay, thank you. Do you have our loyalty card?
Oh.
Would you like to set one up? For regular customers, we have discounts and extra.
Would that make the taxi get here faster?
Well,
I thought so. Thank you. Goodbye. This is already giving me a headache. Jesus, what now? Yes, how can I help you?
Jack,
Oh, fuck me.
why did
Work's
you do
leaking.
that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh my god! What was that? What the fuck? Fuck. This was some kind of mistake.
No, don't drink some whiskey.
Now right here. I need a drink. Oh, strong.
Take off your dirty fucking gloves.
Everything's
Gross freak.
spinning.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, no. How many chapters are in this, John?
Who's fucking about? Do I? Is this? Fucking shits. They went too far this time. What's that? What's that? Is that blood? Oh God, what's happened? Oh, Mr. Ridley? Oh fuck. Can't you hear all this commotion? Are you deaf?
Sure, whatever you say, Hammond.
Why is that even funny? Do I need to bring you the evidence?
Sure, if you have some. Me? I think you slept too much myself.
Go and see for yourself. I'm going home. The taxi is probably waiting.
The one that left yesterday?
Yesterday? How so?
It's evening. Friday, November 29th, Hanman.
29th of November.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that this was...
Don't worry. I do too. Somehow. I just... oh my God.
Should I call Dorothy? I've set up the cadaver ready for the autopsy, and she should be able to replace you.
No. There's no need. I'd be happier staying here than sitting at home, alone.
Just in case, let me know.
Sure. Thanks.
Hanman, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, me too.
That was the most normal
I
interaction.
guess I should take my pills.
I mean, normal, but like nicest interaction.
I should go to the cemetery later. Buy flowers. Not today. To forget the most important of things. Every fucking time.
What's this body?
Only Alice. voice recorder. It's
Damn.
November 29th, year 1991. The autopsy is performed by Dr. Jack Hanman. Amber Louve, 30, tattoo parlor employee. Found in the investigators determined that the victim was most likely dumped close to the nearby forest. She crawled to the bus stop on her own, as evidenced by the traces of blood she left behind. The body was lying in the grass beside the road, where it was spotted by commuters waiting for the morning bus. According to the information provided by the aforementioned friend, the car belonged to the Hurricane Taxi Network. The company was provided with a description of the driver. However, they deny that any of their drivers fit the description. The police have been looking for the man since yesterday. A friend at the salon testified that the last time she saw why do people do such things? I'll move on. I'll move on to undressing the deceased. The deceased... Oh my god. Alice...
I knew it. I was like, that looks like Alice.
It's only just... Oh, I'm so tired. So damn tired. Now...
Does anyone review their voice recordings and are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
The deceased's skin is extremely pale. No livor mortis is visible. Several signs of redness on the neck and chest. The deceased is missing her right arm. Extensive hematoma on the victim's forehead. The palm and front of the hand is covered with numerous wounds.
Missing her leg.
The deceased is also missing her left leg. The deceased is caked in dirt and mud. Lots of rough, irregular slashing cuts. You can see that Alice has been through a lot.
He said Alice. Is her name Alice? I can't tell. Her name's Amber. There's Alice written on here.
Why is she so...
Alice. Alice is written all over the place.
The overall picture is... I'll grab the magnifying glass. The wound looks relatively fresh. The deceased could have fallen, or maybe she was struck hard. The wounds were stitched up by someone who knew what they were doing. However, it seems that the sewing was done in a hurry, and quite carelessly at that. Minor redness appearing in several places. The wound on the bend of the elbow seems much deeper. I'm wondering about this bruising. There are no signs of internal bleeding. detectable through an internal examination. Both the arm and leg were taken all the way to the joint. The perpetrator used a scalpel, but the cut line itself looks jagged. These wounds appear to have been caused by crawling across rough ground. How did she manage to... Can't let me sum this up somehow. Some of the wounds were made by the victim crawling, and the hickeys are not fatal. But in this situation, they are worth examining. There appear to be no signs of struggle. I assumed that the deceased had a cannula inserted and was groggy the entire time. The stitching doesn't appear fresh. Amber appears to have suffered like this for at least a few days.
Jesus.
It seems that the perpetrator was very interested in preserving as much skin as possible on the removed limbs. We do not know the exact circumstances of the wounds, or the conditions in which the deceased was kept. This injury could have been fatal for Alice. The perpetrator... I'll check with the UV lamp whether the extent it is even... In fact, maybe it was an accident. Or perhaps the final blow. This has the hallmarks of some... I will, check the UV lamp whether, Amber's body. There are some clues. Cases like these can be strong and clear traces of tape. There is some...
What the fuck?
More traces of the dramatic fight for survival. Alice, you know that I would never... Where are my pills? I need to calm down. Jack, it's just... Pull yourself together. Well, we left off with the torso. You can see that there are traces around the hickeys. Most likely saliva. Traces of smeared blood from wounds. Oh, Christ. The police will have plenty to do. What should I do now? I should check her brain and... Alice. I can't... She's so similar. I can't... I cannot... I need pills. If I can find my hard drive, I can just take an X-ray. I'll move these tables away and make room for the X-ray machine.
God damn, bro. I need you to lock in. Switch to the X-ray machine. Okay, we'll do that.
Maybe Dorothy should take over for me today. I keep wandering off in my thoughts.
Oh,
What's going on here? Have I lost my mind? I must have gone crazy. No, this isn't happening. How many pills pills have I taken today? Oh, here it is. I shouldn't have left it out there like that. I need to fetch the X-ray machine before I can do anything else. These...
You're kind of leaving me hanging here. I'm not too sure where to be looking for all this shit now. Locate the X-ray machine. Is that in storage somewhere? We're gonna be needing to go to the basement. Maybe the lab. Let's check the lab. X-ray machine. There's X-rays right there.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work. A considerable collection.
Start going to the basement. Sometimes with how much you need to go from area to area, like the fact that there isn't at least somewhat of a sprint.
They all know.
Oh.
Huh?
Did you answer your phone?
Telephone? What phone?
They all know.
Huh?
The phone rang a few minutes ago.
I didn't hear anything.
For you to take medicine.
How so?
For you to get results.
Yeah. I'll call them back.
Has this been here this whole time? Okay, Ridley.
Oh, I guess I've been here too long.
It's the fact that there isn't just like a slight, like, even like a walk fast button. I'm not talking about sprint or nothing. I don't think this game is going to get to that point, but
all right. Now I need to set the machine up.
how do I do that?
Okay.
Yes.
I'll attach the hard drive. Now fire it up.
Oh, that's easy. Think. Yep.
I need a detection plate. Without it, I'll just unnecessarily irradiate the autopsy table. Now I have to straighten her head. Just like that day. Oh, now center it between the eyes at the root of the nose.
The eyes, the root, and the nose. Oh.
Okay, looks good. I thought for sure this whole thing would have tripped the breaker. Alright, I just need to take the hard drive to the lab. I'll print the image, and I need to check the frontal bone, crystal galley, aneurysm, internal auditory canals, Alice, ethmoid, and frontal... Drive connected. Now I can print it. It looks like a good exposure, but why can't I see the wound? I need to look at this in the light box.
That was the light box.
Strange. Let there be light. Damn. I almost believed that this would go off without a hitch tonight. Off to the storage room I go. These flickering lights would drive anyone over the edge. And now it's all broken. Great. Fuck. Don't you wish? I'll need the flashlight and to find Ridley for help.
Block. Oh no.
Oh my god. Why is it that whenever I need Ridley for something, he magically disappears into the ether? I'll start the generator in the shed.
Yeah, keep that light on. So now turn it off, just in case. First time in the shed. You see, there's no like faster like walk button. That's all I want. Oh, a little pep in my step here.
Great. And the keeper of the keys
Ah.
is his post. God, I haven't even started the dissection yet. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a hammer.
Where the fuck is the nearest hammer, bud? You happen to have a hammer handy somewhere? Ridley. There we go.
Oh, there's a hammer.
Yeah. Back the fuck out. Ridley's still gone? Yeah, he is. I think Ridley has something to do with some of this shit, low-key. When he was in my office, he was looking my ass. We were trying to get into the basement. A little sus. Little sussy guy. Bah! My fucking windows.
God damn it. It's actually holding up.
Oh, damn, that's kind of low-key hard. What the fuck? Oh, Lord.
Well. Something new in this shithole. Now what? Something's missing here? Some kind of switch? Or crank?
Where's the generator crank at? That could be fucking anywhere. What the fuck is this? There we go.
Yes, I think this will work.
It's a pot of mysterious goo.
It fits. Alright, now just to crank it up. Something wrong? Great, it started. Not for long. Oh man, maybe it's low on fuel? Empty. Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden, though. Empty.
Hmm. Um. Where's fuel? I don't know. I imagine it'd still be out here. Outside, at least. I don't know why it would be in here. Can't use that. Also, maybe in here. Oh, wait. Buddy, fuel. I don't know if that'll drop. Oh, I guess the window's like okay now, but I mean, it's been a day, what? No, I woke up from it. Okay, any in the dissecting room or the lab, maybe? Maybe the lab has some fuel for some reason. Okay. I was playing on mouse and key with like a missing finger. Causes issues for some reason. Take a quick second break. Okay. I don't know if there's a way I can rest my hand that doesn't. Okay, I'm low-key confused. The fuel that was in the storage room where I had figured it might be. Is not letting me pick it up. Let me check outside again. Because that's kind of the only spot that I can go into. There's fuel right in there, too. In the garage. So obviously it's a specific fuel thing that I have yet to find. Can I get into the garage right here? Nope. You can get down here.
Just nothing inside.
Wife killer? Surprised he's not tweaking over that. Oh.
Finally. I'll just start this thing and call Dorothy. I think I've had enough. I shouldn't even be here. Not today. I guess that's enough. Another empty jerry can to add to the collection. At least it started. Who's there?
Oh!
What's...
What the fuck?
My head. What just happened? What the fuck? Who tied me up?
It's only for a moment.
Stephen.
Sorry, man.
Stephen? What the fuck do you mean?
I think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
What?
I don't understand. Stephen, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You and your moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But...
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just one fucking second? To me, you are just a murderer.
What?
What? Knocked down? You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Stephen!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead, I knew it was you. Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Who are you trying to fool? For God's sakes, you're a doctor!
Stephen, no. It doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed! I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this making any sense yet? Hmm? Threats, a ring, photos, Brad Pitt on the loose? He died in that accident, by the way.
You sick fuck.
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much. Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down, that you'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a filthy lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right, okay. I lied, but hear me out. We had an argument that day, worse than usual. I was drunk, and I was angry. There was a fight. I pushed her against the wall. She hit her head and she fell. Yes, just like that. Limp and lifeless. I panicked. I thought, I don't know. I didn't think at all. I was afraid I had caused it. That someone will accuse me. That it'll be the end of my career. When I called an ambulance, it was too late. Way too late.
It wasn't an accident.
And then I lied. I said that's how I found her. That I wasn't there with her. And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist at all. Since that day.
Fuck, here we go again. Even now. Even now, you have the nerve to lie.
Steven, I'm sorry. I suffered too.
It wasn't an accident. You understand now? Someone has to pay for this.
What's going on here? Steven dropped the gun.
It's none of your business, Sean. Leave and forget you saw anything.
Steve, you know I can't do that.
Mr. Ridley, please, run!
Shut up!
You know I'll shoot if I have to.
Well, in that case, that makes two of us.
Steven, no!
Bro, what? What the fuck? Okay. I'm waiting for like. So, well, the credits are rolling, I guess, like usual. I'll talk about what I think about the game. The game was fun. I will say the first few chapters, the scares actually got me. For some reason, I don't know if it was because I was just being silly and like looking in directions I wasn't supposed to. It was definitely the type of game where like you have to be looking in a certain area for the scares to get you. I would hear the music all of a sudden like, and then nothing would be there. And I think that's genuinely because I was just looking in the wrong fucking direction. So, I think that was pretty funny. Oh, big pop my knees. So I think that's might be partially my fault and just me not looking at the game properly. Credits are over. Wow. That's kind of nuts. So yeah, it was fun. Cool little story. I like the idea of it. I thought the voice acting was good slash kind of like silly. It had its good moments. It had its bad moments. It was a fun one to stream. A lot of things going on, so it was pretty easy to kind of just get in there. How long was the stream? It feels like I've been streaming for way longer than what it's telling me. Yeah, it's 2 hours. About 3 hours actually. So yeah, me it's going crazy right now. So yeah, fun little thing that came out. I was like, I'm really into that stuff, Autopsy, and I was like, let's play a game that like has something like that. It would be fun. And so I found that one. I might start a stream. There's a game called Killer Frequency I want to check out. It came this like bundle that I got Autopsy Simulator in. I think it's gonna be another. I think it's honestly gonna probably be a little shorter than Autopsy, but yeah. So I'll leave you probably. I'm playing Ghost of Yotei now. I need to say that. Not streaming it, unfortunately, just because it's on PlayStation. I just kind of want to enjoy it. That one has been pretty fun. I'm probably maybe an hour or so into it, not very much. But yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you did, drop a follow, and I'll see y'all in the next one.